Hello everyone, you're watching Cricket Calling. I'm your host Indranil Basu. Today we are into another episode. Of course, tonight there's only one game Saturday. A lot of people must be really worried. Why one game on a Saturday? IPL used to be around like 6-7 weeks affair. Now it's going beyond 8 weeks, which is why it's an important day. Of course, for Punjab Kings, important day for Lucknow Super Giants. They are going to be the host. And what is important is the big clash. Of course, the Lucknow led by KL Rahul and Shikhar Dhawan, Punjab leader. Uh, what we saw earlier was that there was not so much of power pack batting happening in the first 6 overs, but this year it's been quite a quite an episode. I mean, every team is going out there with a mindset that I'm going to go and finish the opposition. But the bottom line is T20 matches are still won between 16th and 20th over. It's nice to start on a good way, but then you have to end it also on a high. That's important. And today we are going to bring in a lot of new elements to this show. Of course, the show is getting popular with every passing day, and the element is, of course, about your fantasy 11, what you can think. We'll ask our guest also joining us. We have Abhijit Sarkar, Mr. Abhijit Sarkar, former CEO of Pune Warriors, Ashwin Krishnan, sports marketing expert, Shakya Mitra, who's worked with franchisees and also with sports ministry. Welcome, gentlemen, to the show. Uh, I'm sure Abhijit sir would be very busy today because it's in Lucknow. He's sitting in Lucknow, and I'm a little surprised that Ashwin Bhai is not in Lucknow. And Shakya also worked with Abhijit sir at some point of time in Lucknow. So there's a lot of Lucknow connection. So, and the fact that home team was winning all the matches yesterday, it was thankfully, taken care by KKR. But Abhijit sir, how busy are you this morning?
In the Indian context, it's quite natural. You are in Delhi, so everybody is looking for passes, free entry to the stadium. So anyway, that's quite. It's part of cricket setup in every new corner of India. And as far as the Lucknow match is concerned, most important is yes, last year Lucknow LSG's performance in the home ground was not as good as expected because of the pitch factor. The pitch has now improved, and Lucknow batting is quite deep. Of course, there is a concern which people are talking about the strike rate of Rahul. We should not be concerned about it because they spoke that he slowed down the batting during the RR match, but that was the requirement or the situation we faced because of the loss of wickets. So I think in this pitch we will see some prolific batting by Nicholas Pooran and the Ayush Baduni and all the Kaimas, all the players, hard-hitting batsmen. So, and as far as the bowling is concerned, Lucknow is have a very strong the spin attack. The Ravi Vishnu is there, Amit Mishra is there, Krunal Pandya is there, and their new pace sensation Shamar Joseph, Mohsin Khan is there. So they are looking at quite a balanced side, but in the same context, lot is expected because if the pitch is the high scoring pitch for Punjab, Rabada will be a very big factor because the bowlers like Rabada are very important in this in a high scoring game. So Rabada and the back of form, Punjab needs Arshdeep to be back in form. And the intent which the people speak about Punjab, in spite of having a very, very balanced and good team every year, they are not able to finish the matches. In spite of they also having good all-rounders, bowlers, and of course there is a little bit of worry as far as the bowling is concerned. But we have to take notice that I don't know if you have noticed or not. Brar is the economy rate is the best in the middle overs. Even last year, as well as this year.
Really
Harpreet
beautiful.
Brar. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
In spite of the people saying that Punjab winning spin attack is weak, Harpreet Brar is bowling really well. So let's see. There is a match between both balanced side in this tournament, and there will be a good match. We hope to see a very good match today.
Every IPL match is a good match. You can't
Yeah.
doubt that. Ashwin bhai, you are in Delhi. First time probably a Lucknow match is happening and you're not there in Lucknow. It's like slightly odd for me to see you there sitting.
Somebody has to watch also.
Okay, right.
Now, in Lucknow, you mean to say Lucknow didn't have work? Lucknow also had work.
No, somebody has to watch, sir. कोई देखेगा तो
Acha, watch. Yeah, right.
No, but yeah, your sentiments towards both the teams because Punjab is also. I've seen you working for Punjab also. You worked for Lucknow also. Which franchise you haven't worked for? Tell me that first.
I have never worked for a franchisee. The only franchisee I worked for is Lucknow and in 2009 Delhi Daredevils. Otherwise, I've only worked for BCCI.
BCCA, right.
Oh yes, sorry. I bet because you were stationed in Mohali.
I was
I
stationed in
remember.
Mohali 2019 and sir जब sir थे तो मैं पुणे में था 2012, 2013, 2014, 15 4 साल.
Yes.
हाँ जी.
So what? So you're supporting tonight? Is it Punjab or?
I will support
Lucknow.
Lucknow because I was with them last year. I will definitely support Lucknow. There's no doubt. But the thing is, it's right now it's a little early to say. They played only one game, Lucknow. Punjab has played more.
Yeah.
But it's a little early to say. Their combination should come good. Quinton de Kock didn't get runs in the first game, but he's a very, very big, like they say, initial overs. It's nowadays everyone is going hell for leather in the initial overs, and you need to put that pressure on the opponent because only then will your lower order, all the hitters, pinch hitters in the lower order, guys like Nicholas Pooran also, they will be able to capitalize on that. You can't have them playing under pressure. So it's important for someone like Quinton de Kock and KL Rahul already played well for them to continue and attack the bowling right from the word go. Same thing goes for Punjab. Their openers also need to attack.
So how do you define playing well, Shakya? I mean, playing well for yourself or playing well for the team? I am a little confused. He's done well. He's taken wickets. He's scored runs. But where have you taken your team?
Yeah, I think
That's-
like we'll come to yesterday's match a bit later, but I think yesterday Bangalore was about 20 runs short. But coming to today's match, Indraneel, a very interesting thing happened in Lucknow last year because, in their first season in 2022, Deepak Hooda had a breakout season for them. And,
Yeah.
he got picked for India. He got picked for India on the basis of that. So, but then last year, Deepak Hooda we all know what kind of a season they had. So they got that trade done. They got Devdutt Padikkal from Rajasthan. And also there are a lot of young fast bowlers like Yash Thakur bowled very well last year, and Avesh Khan didn't play a lot of games. So what we saw at the end of before the season, before the auction actually was, they got Devdutt Padikkal from Rajasthan Royals because Devdutt Padikkal, although he's a very good player, was not ideally suited to bat at number 4. But they let Avesh Khan go to Lucknow, and Avesh Khan wasn't getting a lot of games. And Avesh Khan has begun the campaign very well for Rajasthan Royals. I thought the way he finished off the game a couple of days ago was fantastic. The way he finished off the game, he was nailing his Yorkers. Now the question with Lucknow is that will they miss Avesh Khan? And this season is very important for someone like a Yash Thakur because he was very good last year, and I thought he was making a strong case for himself to be picked for India as well. But now with Avesh Khan gone, they'll really need people like Mohsin Khan and Yash Thakur to step up because there's Shamar Joseph, there's Naveen ul Haq as well. But at the end of the day, how your Indian players perform is very crucial. And death bowling is so important. And Avesh Khan is, last year he was injured for a lot of the campaign, but the 2 seasons before that, the one for Lucknow and the year before that for Delhi when he took 24 wickets, Avesh Khan was doing very well. So but they needed a batter. They got Padikkal, but will they rule letting Avesh Khan go? I'm not sure about that. And as for the batting, it's a very strong team. It's a very formidable team, and it looks a balanced team as well. And I'm sure they'll do well. Interesting about Justin Langer. Justin Langer has been a very successful coach at domestic level for Australia, for Western Australia, and for Perth Scorchers. But when he was coach of Australia, he was a successful coach, but his coaching style brought him into conflict with some senior Australian players. And when Patrick Cummins became the captain, one of the first things he kind of did was to he didn't they didn't recommend his extension. So like that'll be very interesting. But I still think Lucknow will do fine.
I know it happens like that. Lucknow's, of course, a very formidable side, as we've seen. We'll talk a lot about this particular match. But Abhijit sir, I want to know from you straight away. You are sitting in Lucknow. You are supporting Lucknow. So what were you doing with the Punjab Kings support staff and the team yesterday? I have my sources telling me that.
Look, like Ashwin, we have worked in the cricketing circuit, so everybody know each other.
So
So
what? I
one
mean, you're
moment
supporting Lucknow. You can't be with the opposition camp.
no, why? The Lucknow team people also came over later on, so they joined in. There are a few people, not the
That
players.
I didn't see.
So
I saw the Punjab
so
guys.
the Punjab guys actually they were one day before. They will be here only, so they will only come one day before. So day before
So
they can
did
come
you
and meet.
did you did you
Lucknow.
discuss any strategy with them? Can you share with us?
Not strategy. Of course, they are concerned about the form of Arshdeep, as I told you. So they want,
Yeah.
and they want to do well this year. They want to reach the playoffs. So they are concerned about it. So and lots of other discussions were going on. So like KKR was last year interested in Besto. That was the information which we came to know. They were very eagerly interested in Besto, but that didn't materialize. So these things came up for discussion. So these things keep on when you are sitting together. So can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can
It
hear
is
you.
coming here. Cannot be heard by the guest. It is written here. So anyway,
No,
so
no, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
so when you sit together, so these lots of interesting informations come up. So, but both the owners and the support staff are interested that the team performs. Of course, Punjab has a tendency of changing the support staff every alternate year, and
Yeah.
if you are consistently supporting a player, then that player in IPL is what? In T20 cricket is about fearless cricket. So if you are backing a player, you are not changing the team frequently, and then that player will play realistic cricket, what you were just about to discussing just now. But if you don't, then that player will play for themselves.
Absolutely.
And
We'll come to
and
that.
then yeah. So
We'll come to that on that big match.
that happens with few of the IPL teams franchisees because there is no consistent backup of the players. We have to back few of the players at least 3, 4, 5 matches. Then only they will go and play fearlessly. So and that's why they miss
Well,
out when the need arises to qualify for the playoffs.
well, we'll see that. I mean, how patient Punjab would be with Johnny Besto. I know for sure. Ashwin bhai, Besto is, of course, such a hard-hitting batsman. You've seen him. I saw him making his debut against India way back in 2011 in Cardiff. Uh, but Riley Russo is a better choice, I think, than Besto right now. Thank God KKR didn't go for Besto. They would have been depending today. Your thoughts on Johnny Besto, such a big player, not scoring runs. He could score runs against England. I mean, for England against India. So, your thoughts.
First of all, I think what Abhijit Da has just said is a remarkable point. It's a brilliant point. You will only perform when you
Yeah.
have the confidence that you should be made to feel comfortable. You should be made to feel wanted. You should know that. Of course, they won't give you infinite opportunities, but opportunity enough to perform, and you can back yourself at that level. I think that's a great point. Secondly, Bairstow will come good. Hopefully, he comes good when they need him to come good. Because if he, in the initial few games, if he doesn't get runs and the team gets slides down the points table, then his getting runs later won't really help. So they require Bairstow to fire as soon as he can. He doesn't have the luxury of time, to wait. It's not like Rishabh Pant, who will take 3-4 games to come down because there are other people to support him. There's a lot riding on Bairstow's shoulder. There's a reason he's being played as an overseas player. There's a reason he's being positioned in that batting order to deliver the goods.
True.
They require him to do that, definitely today.
So, Shakya, deliver the goods is what Ashwin Bhai is saying. When you look at the way Virat Kohli played last night, I mean,
Indranil, can you please send your question by chat?
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you, Indranil.
All right. We'll go for a little break. I'll rejoin probably. Can you hear me? Hello, everyone. Welcome back. You're watching Cricket Calling. I'm your host, Indranil. Of course, we were talking about what is exactly in store for us today in today's game. Of course, we saw what Virat Kohli did. Shakya, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I want to know from you, Virat Kohli, he's changed his style. Earlier, he used to take his time, settle down, then launch his stroke play. Now he's starting out with a bang and then slowing down after power play. And that's not exactly what your team is looking at. It's lot to do with the intent. Impetus should be there throughout the innings, but somehow it's not happening. 20 overs you play, you don't score 100, and in a T20 game, and your team lands up losing a game. And where do you see Virat Kohli? I mean, as a batter, is it working well for RCB?
So I won't entirely blame Virat Kohli yesterday. I think they did the right thing. There was 65 at the end of the power play. Then they were about 82 at the end of the ninth over. Cameron Green was playing quite well. Yesterday, I would give a lot of credit to the way Kolkata bowled, and they slowed the pace down. But even then, I would have liked a little bit more. And Virat Kohli tried his best. He was not being able to get the ball off the bat as well as he would have wanted to. So a lot of shots he would have wanted to go for boundaries were going for singles and twos. But at the same time, they were definitely about 20 runs short. Would it have mattered in the end? That's a different matter because Kolkata chased it down in 17 overs. But Virat Kohli, I mean, you could probably argue he could have been a little bit more fearless after he reached 50. But again, I think 83 of around 60 balls is not a bad score at T20 level. But the thing is that, I would say Kolkata also bowled well yesterday. I'm not taking that away from Kolkata. But there was some, the decision making at Bangalore was something that was quite bizarre, because, you have Dinesh Karthik there, who has only a few days ago made 28 of 10 balls and won a match. Why are you sending Rajat Patidar and Anuj Rawat ahead of him? I mean, like, if Dinesh Karthik had come into bat maybe 2 overs before he did, the score would have been different. There would have been another 15-20 more runs on the board. So definitely Bangalore needs to rethink. Also, Bangalore's bowling is a little bit all over the place right now, and so I think their foreign, they've spent so much money on their foreign imports that, sometimes what happens is you might think twice before. You need to have good Indian players. Your foreigners should just be an addition to the Indian players you have. But the thing is that, you're on your bench, you have Will Jacks, who's got who you've taken for about 3 crores. You've got Lockie Ferguson. You've got Reece Topley. Now, how are you going to, how are you going to drop Azari Joseph and take and bring in one of these bowlers? Because Azari Joseph has gone for more than 11 crores. And also their spin department, I mean, every day I think, why they didn't retain Yuzvendra Chahal. And it continues to confound it.
Every year from the time he left, this question is being asked. Why did they let him go? So that's the thing. Abhi sir, want to know from you, must be a happy man that Kolkata is done well, and but there's a Mumbai lobby and a Delhi lobby in KKR, and there are reports that they're clashing already. There were 2 team sheets with Shreyas Iyer yesterday, and he didn't know. He was confused. He admitted to it. So your thoughts on that?
Look, the same old answer. When you win, everything goes away. So, like the main question is that very
Right.
interesting discussion was coming up yesterday, that the way Mitchell Stark is bowling, one of the most expensive
Yes.
buys of the IPL. So 2 matches have already
Yeah.
passed the way he has bowled. And somebody jokingly said if he keeps on bowling for another 3-4 matches like this, after that we may have to hear that, okay, I'm injured, I'm going back to Australia. So that may happen. So, but of course, still the strength of KKR is their bowling, and Sunil Naran is there, Chakravarti is there, and the way Anukul Roy bowled yesterday, that was very pleasing to see. And all the other bowlers, Harshit Rana is bowling very well. So, and the way they planned it, I think they won the match in the first 6 overs only. Because as far as I was speaking to a few of the players, I was speaking to a few of the players also, that the 183 was, although I think as Shakya said that if we were 20 runs short, but some specific players that it was a slower pitch. And 183 was not a bad score, 182 was not a bad score. But they planned it so well, they won the match in first 6 overs only. And the most surprising factor is that in the impact player, despite of the pitch being a bit slower, which Virat Kohli also faced while they were slowing down, they didn't take Karan Sharma as the impact player. Although Vishang, the bowler, didn't bowl badly, but that was surprising that why didn't they include Karan Sharma as the impact player in their bowling attack. So that was a bit surprising as
Well,
far
I
as the
mean, Virat,
strategy as far as strategy
Virat
is
has the
concerned.
Narangi camp as no, no. Whatever strategy they have lost the game. Okay, I mean let's put it that way. But
Yeah,
Virat has
yeah,
won he's got the Narangi cap. We call it the Narangi cap. So he would be happy, but his team has to win. Of course, that's very important. Uh, I don't know why
It's
Ashwin
it's
Bhai
not
is
it's not
smiling,
necessary.
but
It's not necessary whomsoever has a Narangi cap, that team will win. You have to ultimately as it perform as a
that's
team.
true.
Then only the team will win. A Narangi cap
True,
not
true.
cannot
But
make you win.
so true, so true. I mean, this is what it is. You play for your team every moment. But uh, I mean, all this while, Ashwin Bhai, we were seeing the home team uh, enjoying the luxury of winning the matches at home. But yesterday it was broken. Fortunately, unfortunately, KKR. There is a lot of rift news. Gautam Gambhir being such a powerful man. There is also things being said about how Gautam Gambhir is going to rule the roost there. He won't allow Abhishek Nair or a Chandrakant Pandit, and a lot of things have been said that Chandrakant Pandit is like a Hitler inside that camp. So your thoughts on that?
I'm not aware of what's happening inside the camp, but I know for sure that Gotham has a very sharp cricketing mind. He's, of course,
All right.
without doubt, he's supremely experienced. He was played a key role in Lucknow reaching the semi-finals last year, without doubt, as did Andy Flower. But
Yeah.
Gotham can only take something positive into KKR. To my mind, it's one of the best things that's happened. I also heard that they wanted Gotham back.
Yeah.
He has
He
played a
won.
major role. You must realize they won the IPL under him. So Gautam Gambhir, to my mind, is one of the shrewdest cricketing brains around, and it's only good for them that they have him. I don't know what's happening
So,
inside the camp. I have no idea about that.
no, but I mean, what has happened has happened. They have won the game. They must be happy at the end of it. But today's game, I'm coming back to today's game. Who all are your X factors in the team? And from Punjab and Lucknow, I want to, if
So
we wrap this show, I want to know from you.
I think for Lucknow, I have a feeling Quinton de Kock will come good.
All right.
So Quinton de Kock is very, very key. Nicholas Pooran's form continues. These guys, see, it's about putting runs on the board. And the Ekana
Yeah.
Stadium is not really, it's neither small nor big. It's decent enough and it'll offer good cricket. They were talking about red soil or black soil. Abhijit Da will be able to answer this better as to which soil they're going to play on. But the thing is,
Okay.
they have to, whoever bats first has to put runs on the board. And you have to score at
That's
a quick
important.
pace. So whichever team does that better. Now, both teams have the ammunition. It's not that any team is weaker as a batting side. Both teams have the ammunition. And some of them have good bowlers also. But the point is, you just have to put runs on the board. So that's a key thing. So if for me, Quinton de Kock has to get going. KL Rahul is already in form. There's no guarantee he will get runs in every game. So Quinton de Kock has to get going for Lucknow.
All right. That's a Quinton de Kock fan. Is it a fan who's talking? I don't know. Shakya, your X factors tonight.
Yeah, for Lucknow, actually a lot will depend on how they start in the power play and in the bowling. I mean to say, so I'm actually saying Naveen ul Haq. I think Naveen ul Haq will really need to step up. Assuming he plays, and I think he will play. I don't think they're going to blood in Shamar Joseph so quickly. So and Naveen ul Haq has been doing quite well in franchise cricket across the world, and he's a good bowler. He's shown that over the years. So I think Naveen ul Haq is someone whom because if he gets to the top order of Punjab, it will obviously expose Punjab going down. Also, I think with Lucknow, again, I think you can't look beyond Nicholas Pooran. Nicholas Pooran is one of the biggest match winners in the batting in the middle order across the world right now. But I'd like to see how Devdutt Padikkal goes. Devdutt Padikkal has had a very good domestic season. He got his dismissal against Rajasthan. The ball kept a bit low, and he was castled, as they say. So yeah, in Lucknow, I would I would say Naveen ul Haq and Nicholas Pooran, but also I would like to see how Devdutt Padikkal goes. For Punjab, Rabada's coming into form. Rabada was not playing all the matches last year, so Nathan Ellis kind of kept it out. But Rabada is one of the best bowlers in the world, and he was the leading wicket taker in the IPL not too long back when he was playing for Delhi. And in batting, the middle order, I have a soft spot for Jitesh Sharma. Jitesh Sharma is I think he's broken through into the Indian team on the basis of his performances in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy and what he's done for Punjab. But of course, I think their their big match winner is Liam Livingston. I think Liam Livingston is an absolute destroyer in the middle order, and he doesn't make runs in a few matches. That's fine because he can just absolutely take take the game apart. But again, I think Lucknow has a good spin attack, and I think that might actually be the difference. So I think there's Harpreet Brar and Rahul Chahar for Punjab, but Lucknow kind of with Ravi Bishnoi. Ravi Bishnoi is the person who's actually the difference between the two teams, because Ravi Bishnoi, if you ask me, is at the moment probably India's leading spinner in the T20 format.
Absolutely, and he will be there in the T20 team. Abhijit sir, before we wrap up and give the fantasy team, of course, the combined 11 of today's game to the audience, your X factors.
Did you ask me?
Yeah.
I missed out the question because there was poor connection. Can you repeat the question? What did you ask?
No, I'm saying, who is your X factor? Who are your X factors today?
X factor amongst the Punjab, again I will name because he's in good form, Sam Curran from Punjab side. Sam Curran, and I would like to see especially Shikhar Dhawan back in form. If he is back in form, he will be an asset for Punjab, and it will be good for the morale of the Punjab team as well, because that is also one of their concern, because they are feeling that a little bit. Maybe he's a very senior player, but maybe his morale is down. They want him to come into element, to be more active into the field, more involved in the field. But yeah, they are expecting. They are very about Shikhar Dhawan. And as far as Lucknow is concerned, I will agree with Ashwin, Captain de Kock, Rahul, and I somehow feel the Indian players, because in this pitch, Badoni has been very good, and the other player Huda has been very good. They will, if they click, because they all the time, whenever the Indian players or Kunal Pandya not performed for Lucknow, they have lost the match. In spite of the foreign recruits playing well, so the Indian players and the even either the bowling field, or the batsman field, amongst the Indian recruits, if they fail, Lucknow has lost the match in most of the IPL matches. So that will be a very, very critical factor in this match as well.
Well, we'll see what happens there, but we have a combined 11, which basically the fantasy guys who are playing fantasy sport, they should of course listen to our cricket calling, and we'll give you tips which are the players. Kane Rahul is of course our captain. Nicholas Pooran is there. Prabhsimran Singh, Devdutt Padikkal, Sam Curran, Liam Livingstone, Kagiso, Ravada, Ravi Bishnoi, Navinul Haq, Yash Thakur, and Harpreet Brar. This is the 11 which you should sort of put a lot of onus and see how it goes. We also have a little news coming from the KKR front that Nitish Rana, who captained the side yesterday, has a fractured finger or something like that, and he's injured, so that's why he couldn't play last night against RCB. We wish him a quick recovery, because these days fracture also recovers so well because of the latest treatment. Guys, Ashwin Bhai, Abhijit sir, Shakya, thanks a lot for coming, and we hope for a wonderful match between LSG and Punjab Kings. May the best team win, and looking forward to that. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this show. We'll bring in a lot more elements in days to come, and keep watching.
Thank you.
See you
all
around.
the best to Lucknow.
Bye.
All the best to Lucknow.
All the best.
All right.